Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has chosen me to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim release to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to set at liberty those who are oppressed, and announce that the time has come when the Lord will save his people.
From 1998, I had the privilege to work in Africa and the southern parts of South Africa and the whole of South Africa with the Jesus Film and other projects. While cleaning my camera in Central Kalahari, Botswana, I was asking God in my inner being, sit and pray and God revealed a sign out of heaven from me. I asked, must I really work in Africa? Maybe I must go to another place. It's hot, it's dry, it's a lot of battles you have to go through, financially, spiritually, to work in Africa. And God showed me this sign in heaven. From nowhere, a cloud came in the form of Africa. I had the privilege to see how Jesus, his words in Lucas came to fulfillment. By reaching out to people, to uplift people, to heal people. And with that experience that I've had, God called me to work under the Afrikaans-speaking communities at present.
In partnership with the Jesus Film Project South Africa and local spiritual leaders, we reach out to the least reached areas in South Africa. Our main objective is to introduce Jesus Christ to the people in their own heart language. Currently, we focus on the Afrikaans-speaking communities. Thousands live in these rural areas and many are illiterate. Therefore, the visual medium helps them to understand the gospel.
We're the king, and the king is in love with me. His name is Jesus.
We've had the privilege of Grace2Africa ministering in our area over the past month or two during the holiday times, and it was such an amazing experience to see the farm workers able to come and watch a big screen film with the wonderful message that's part of the film. They were so excited to be there every evening, and you could see how the amount of people that watched and that came grew day by day, with full houses at the end of each outreach in that congregation.
In my own experience, it was an answer to prayers. Not only myself, but I'm sure also a lot of the farmers in the Uniondale farming district are very worried about the farm workers, about their social lives, problems that arise, as well as their spiritual lives. It is so that a lot of the churches in Uniondale have difficulty to reach out to their members, church members on the farms. They don't always have the ways and the means to do that, or to do that on a regular basis. I always thought that we need a special input from somebody from outside that could really help us to really minister to those people on the farms. I really experienced Hendrik as somebody who knows the Lord, who spends time with the Lord, and who has a great humility to him, and also a great responsibility towards his calling. I can really trust Hendrik when we have appointments, and also the programs that we set up. In actual fact, he's actually very professional in what he does.
And it was amazing to see the touch and the changes that also happen in people's lives, being able to make a recommitment or make a commitment for the first time to the Lord, and to see just a smile that they could go away with after the meeting.
Ons onder andere gebid het waar Hendrik gebid het vir iemand wat se been wat te kort was, wat hy voor ons oë kon ons gesien het hoe het gegroei het.
I know that it will also have a great benefit, as we go from here on for the farmers, the households itself, where people really realize that alcohol and the abuse of alcohol, like it often happens over weekends, is not where they want to be or where they should be. It was amazing to get testimonies from the local farmers, the past few weeks, to hear what it is on a Monday morning, to see the people arrive at work. They haven't abused alcohol over the weekend. They're so positive and keen about the messages that they heard and about the changes that they would like in their lives. We've really experienced how it changed their lives and the children's lives, and I think also the quality of work and life on the farm in general.
Ek weet van die een plaaseienaar ook deur die kantoor Bybels bestel het vir al sy plaaswerkers.
Die Here het ons uitgedaag met hierdie woorde in Jesaja 6 vers 8. Daarop hoor ek 'n stem van die Here wat sê, wie sal ek stuur? Wie sal vir ons gaan? Toe antwoord ek, hier is ek, stuur my. Romeine 10 vers 17. Die geloof is dus uit die gehoor en die gehoor deur die woord van God. Daarom is dit so belangrik vir ons om uit te gaan. Vir mense wat nie kan lees en skryf nie, sodat hulle kan hoor, die evangelie kan hoor in hulle eie hartstaal.
Ek glo hierdie is 'n tyd waar daar 'n bewustheid nodig is vir die nood wat daar buite is, vir die woord wat nog moet uitgaan.
For us, one of the greatest privileges was to really see the kingdom approach that Grace2Africa also had, in that all the churches in the area worked together, and we didn't have the viewings in a particular church environment. We got a shed from a farmer, a tractor shed, in numerous places where we could just, as the body of Christ, minister together through all the different denominations and churches that were part of our that works in our area.
And that also is a very important part of the ministry, to really relate to the people, and not only hit and run. They will not only be there for one night, but be there for 2 or even 3 nights. To build a relationship with him, there are already plans to revisit those places. He can do some follow-up work.
It is an opportunity to reach out to people that never heard or understand the gospel. It is a chance to tell them of His forgiveness and His love.
I would really like to encourage you to invest in the outreaches of Grace2Africa and in this enterprise. It's a wonderful opportunity for people that would not have a chance to see the gospel in its visual form and to respond to the gospel as the people did in our community. Let support the project where you can really make a difference in people's life that would not otherwise have an opportunity.
Baie dankie vir elkeen wat reeds bygedra het tot hierdie projek, wat ons in staat gestel het om tot hier te kom. Duisende rande is al ingesit vir videotoerusting, skerms, en sonder jou hulp sou dit onmoontlik gewees het.
Please help us to spread His word and His joy in our country.
There should be sound financial support for that work to be able to be done. We want to really call also on people to contribute to Grace2Africa financially.
En ek wil graag vir jou hierdie gebed voorhou, vir jou wat al reeds gesaai het. En my God sal in elke behoefte van julle vervul, na die rykdom en heerlikheid deur Jesus Christus. Baie dankie vir jou betrokkenheid, dankie vir jou ondersteuning. En dankie dat jy dit oorweeg.
I'm in love with the King, and the King is in love with me. His name is Jesus. I'm in love with the King, and the King is in love with me. His name is Jesus. I can tell just by the way he looks at me that I'm his first love.